Got that boy leaking. Look at him. Wait, did he just go Super Saiyan and turn the lights off? Yo, what is good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're going to be diving into the ending of the recipe for Turnabout, but before we do that, I need to offer you an apology for one and an explanation for two. So, unfortunately, I only captured the last half or so of this trial. It's super unfortunate, but I forgot to hit record partway. Usually I'll record at the start of a video. That way I have a locally saved copy of every episode that we do. And, you know, because I did it part way, I was thinking to myself, maybe I could just go back to the VODs, and I go to Twitch to see if I can use it, and unfortunately I can't. Twitch had an outage for their VODs supposedly during that time, or not really an outage, but a bug where it would only loop back the last 15 seconds if you were streaming during a certain time period. And I'll drop their message of this on Twitter right here so you can see it for yourself. But basically, VODs were broken during that time period, and I go, okay, maybe I can go check YouTube. I go to YouTube, and same thing basically, except it wasn't really a widespread issue. I think it was a me-centric issue. During the entirety of the stream, I kept noticing that it kept saying that I had low bit rate or that my connection quality was bad, and I didn't really think anything of it. I thought maybe like Twitch it would still save the VOD, but apparently it just didn't. So super unfortunate there. Going forward, I'm going to make sure that, you know, this doesn't happen again by hitting a setting in OBS where it'll automatically record every inch of my stream, not just, you know, a part that's manually done by me. It'll automatically record every single second of stream, so we won't miss a single bit of it. And now the next part of this is going to be me summarizing, you know, the trial. If you've already seen how this, you know, case ends up, you can skip to this part in the video, but if you haven't yet, here's basically what happened. So you didn't miss anything super major. Basically all that really happened was that we had to get Tigre to the stand to testify to what he saw and his involvement in this case, because obviously we're starting to close in on who exactly was involved in this. And basically he runs, you know, 2 or 3 testimonies by us. The first one is that he was never there, and then we press him further. Then we get to a second testimony saying that, you know, maybe he was there, but, you know, he saw what happened and booked. And then finally we press even further, and then we get to his, you know, final bits of testimony where he's like, okay, maybe I was there, but the waitress was still the one who did it. So he's basically still kind of circling around the reasoning that he was never the one who did it. It was Maggie, and he's still trying to like frame her for it. So that's part you're going to jump into. Again, I'm really sorry, ladies and gents, about this. It really sucks. I hate it when this kind of stuff happens. I think this only happens like maybe once Ace Attorney video per, you know, entry in the series. I think this happened like every Ace Attorney game we've played once or twice. Super unfortunate that that happened. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button if you do enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, y'all. Oh, I forgot to start recording, I ain't gonna lie. If I ask him what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. If I was there to get my 100,000 bucks, that, wow, I cannot read. I was there to get my 100,000 bucks back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony? Or would you like it amended? Have it amended. I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended. Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent payments, please. Or statements, please. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I loaned about 100,000 that day. So I have a little chat. The kid had a payback date. You see, so anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. But the flat thing, I start screaming, yes, I want $500,000. I was after the 100,000. I didn't have no other reason to kill the guy. Oh, this is it right here. Press this. Are you saying you had no other motives that day? Yeah, so what? Then, why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left? Why do you think? Because of Four Eyes over there. Because of Maggie? How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elg's coffee. A likely theory, your word hasn't held water. Okay, this is it. Okay. Sure, the witness, yeah. Leave it. It has to be that statement. Why else would they let me amend it? So you had no other motive? Ooh. The CD. It has to be the CD. For sure it's the CD, bro. For sure it's the CD. It has to be. On everything I love is the CD. Present that. Present that thing. Objection! All in a day's work. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct? I loaned the guy cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after. Ooh. What are you getting at, Trite? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the sides of the computer, or the insides of the computer. A computer? What does one of those do? Oh my gosh, this dude is straight out of the age of dinosaurs. I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Elk was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elk put up in order to borrow the money. Objection! Objection! Like, shut up, bro. I'm cooking. Look at you trying to put out the fire. It's too late. You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get hold of that program? Exactly. He's gonna spit it out. Oh no, okay, I was wrong that time, my fault. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Trite. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million? Because of the bill he owed to the hospital. Medical papers. Woo, we cooking, baby! In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, were you not? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much it is? Do you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue those HMOs. What are you talking about? Ha! No one will pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as a dead morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, he's cooked, bro. Absolutely cooking. Order. You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright. Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruno Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all the underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. This is where he'd spit out his coffee. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruno Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to repay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on his CD. Glenn Elk had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened. But he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elk won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. Ooh. I kind of did that too soon. So he resorted to legitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move to frame Maggie Bird for his crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elg. while Viola Cadaverini played his role of Miss Bird, or played her role of Miss Bird, and then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Yo, we cooked him. Yo, we cooked him, actually. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have kept in the dark about it. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. Yeah, he's done for. Yeah, he's actually cooked. He's actually cooked. Yo. You's put on a good show, Spiky. If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? What the trick was? Oh. The disguise. What on earth is that? What an insult to anyone to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. And what do you think it was that happened the other day when you let this tan tomato colored muckalacca come in here and act like he was me? Acted completely different thinking it was me. You should be embarrassed. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very courtroom, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable Chevy defense I had ever seen. I cannot believe that we are here right now, that we are at the point where we have to sit here and fight for everyone to realize that that wasn't me. I should not have had to point that out, bro. Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove that the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Hey. Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. I meant to take a screenshot, not hit the thing, not hit the Vine boom button. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Okay, buddy. Have you no pride, sir? Okay. This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with real people's lives. Mr. Godot is right. Your Honor? Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me. However, I preside over this court as the judge with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position could not be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No. What else do they need from me? And if the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. But we've come so far. You say he impersonated Glenn Elg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Bro, why? Why do we have to fight this hard, bro? Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the Tigre. You're gonna get mauled, you's got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha! Looks like I won't be needing a refill. Are you kidding me, bro? Please, we gotta do something, bro. If I had just one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. The witness cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. Dog. Thank you. Okay, but who called that? Your Honor, sir. Wait! Let's go, Gumshoe. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Detective Gumshoe. Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What? What? Okay. What is it? Tell me what it is. Are you kidding me? Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle. Oh, so do you think you know who the prints belong to now? Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So tell us. They're the Tigers, right? I knew it. You bet. Clear as crystal all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's prints. That's great, we got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick. I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. What are we talking about? No, what? Why not? What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the Tigre put poison in Glenn Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle... That really doesn't make a difference now. I knew it. What? So his finger... What business does he have with it with the victim's medicine and having his fingerprints all over it? It proves that he was meddling with something he had no business meddling with. And so therefore, it has everything to do with the case. Nah, I must just not be seeing it from the perspective that it needs to be seen from. But that's clearly like, what? Great, no matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This was our last chance to help Maggie, and I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright, I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something for me? Okay, we have no time for y'all to like be kissing in the vestibule or whatever you call it. I'm sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair for now. Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we could do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Okay, buddy. Yeah, Phoenix, you're actually stupid, buddy. I'm sorry. You're actually dumb. This is the first time I think I'm ever actually beefing with the character I'm playing as in this game. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered. Yes. Don't keep us all in suspense. Try to show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But yous lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright. Well, no, I can't prove anything with this new evidence. Sure, buddy. Sure. Because the evidence that we've had this entire time has been so conclusive. Oh my gosh, this is pathetic. I'm really backed into a corner here, but maybe if he thinks he got me beat, he'll let his guard down for a bit. Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present the final decisive piece of evidence to the court. This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victim's... Your Honor, naturally the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What? But Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? Everyone here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you saying? Well, what the hell is in it anyway? A phony trial. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains... Are you kidding me, buddy? This bottle contains potassium cyanide. But potassium cyanide? The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain this? Ha! Ha! You make a good clown, you know that? What? Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. Yous just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the Tiger? I keep trying to click the answers instead of typing it in like I'm playing the game. Man has become fully invested. Yeah, that's what this game does to you, bro. A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. No, no, no. This is the bottle we found traces of poison in. Don't mess with the Tiger or you're gonna rip to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown and it was made of glass. And how would you know that if you didn't touch the damn poison? That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. You're so f***ing cooked, buddy. You don't even know it. Look at him! I got you two on the ropes! I got him on the ropes! Got that man Lincoln! Sit down, boy! Got him. At last. What? 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 Oh, 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 oh. Like, buddy don't know what he just did. Take his ass to jail. Guards! Guards! Why has everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But yous ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Buddy. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you, people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out. Don't you realize what you just fucking said? You nincompoop. What I said, what did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. Yous don't know. Yous messing with... I'm the Tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure. The last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with the phony lawyer. It was all played out by you. The biggest phony of all. Got that boy leaking. Look at him. He mad as hell. Wait, did he just go Super Saiyan and turn the lights off? What's going on? It looks like a blackout. Oh, those are Godot's glasses. Well done, Trat. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. He cannot keep getting away with this, bro. Phoenix, it is time to meet him out back behind the courthouse and put hands on this guy. I'm so sick of you letting him do this to you. Also, how did he just hit me in the dark like that with them damn visors on? It should be impossible. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. He's still trying to steal the show with Aura after I just absolutely clocked him. Huh. Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe. If he hollered, let him go. But if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Now then, how are the things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot? He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glen L, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal. Ha! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there. Give me my props! That's right! Give me my props! Godot. Give me my aura. Give me the aura I deserve. I can feel myself transcending. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty! Let's freaking go. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yeah, we cooked that. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Now you feel like you can forgive me, huh? Oh my gosh, bro. Like, the kind of things that, like, they just be saying. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick, in the doorway. Detective Gumshoe. Nah, I guess I'll be heading around. Heading out. See you around, pal. Wait. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh. Well, I was, well, I guess I'll be seeing you around. Oh, bro tried to hit the dip. Oh, nah, you ain't getting out of it that easy. Aw. No. Wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because of Mr. Wright. It's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya is right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this. I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He had to report the facts. He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it. I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present. Here's Mr. Gumshoe's weenie. His weenie, sorry. Here you are, a present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies, you know. Oh wait, no, that was her stomach. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? Go ahead. Eat to your heart's content. Eat to your heart's content. I think I got that, like, within a second. It's really good. And so the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations. Whatever. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is starting. Yeah. Life. Episode 3. Recipe for the Turnabout. The end. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it! A brand new episode has been added. Hold on a minute. Is that my man's? That's my man's right there. Turnabout Beginnings. That's my man's. Edgeworth. We finna see him come back? And he finna help me in the next trial? Ooh, let me not get into it. Dang, I wish I was playing this back to back. New episode's been added. Let's go ahead and save, y'all. We did it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this episode. I ain't gonna lie, I cooked that. I cooked that. Compared to the last case, I cooked that. That was insane how quickly I was getting through the testimonies. The only part I got stuck on was the one where I knew the answer, but I couldn't find the right statement. But we did it, ladies and gentlemen. We made it through the 3rd episode of the final game in the trilogy. Now keep in mind there are other games outside of the trilogy, of course. We have I've seen it around. It's the one with Apollo Attorney or whatever. So there's tons of other games outside of this, but this is the last game, and I think there's only 2 more cases after this one, if I'm not mistaken. I think someone told me that there's 2 more. There's a total of 5 cases. There are 2 more. So we're nearing the end. I anticipate within the next month we will be finished with this. Possibly sooner if we play this a lot more frequently, but we'll just have to see. Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode number 3, Recipe for Turnabout. Now, the question is, what is Edgeworth doing in the next episode? Because we haven't seen that guy since the last game. And even he was missing in the beginning of the last game because he was the prosecuting attorney in the first game, and then we caused him to quit because he literally couldn't handle us just absolutely and expeditiously packing his ass up every case. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today's video. If you did enjoy that video, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button if you are new. Also, hit that alert bell notification so you always know when I'm posting a new video. In the description below, there is a link to the Discord if you want to join that as well. Have some conversation about the game, other games, if you want to suggest any games that you want to see me play, anything like that. Also, you can see when I'm posting new streaming schedules, things like that. Go ahead and join the Discord. If not, no worries. You can leave a comment in the comment section below about your favorite part in the game, or if you just want to try to, start a conversation, feel free. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Neither here nor there. That'll do it for today's episode. I am very excited to start the next case. I am very not ready to start the case after that, which would be the last case, because that would mean that we're almost done with the game, or that we are done with the game, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Peace, y'all.